Libero
So
has to
basically-
run too much.
Please, we do not
okay,
need them.
we don't
have
need
enough.
Let's mix it up.
It'd be Kageyama and Kuro on the other team or something like that.
In volleyball, you can just smack the ball at them and go, "How's that?" You
Yeah.
know. So
That's
That's that one.
This is actually a great opportunity for us to actually delve into the minds of, the English voice actors of Shoyo, Hinata, and, Kenma, Kozume.
So obviously the new movie comes out this week. Very excited for everyone else in the world to see it. Playing the roles that you do. Obviously, Clint, you're playing Kenma, Bryson playing Shoyo. Do you guys feel like you relate to the characters a lot? If not them, the other characters within the HAIKYU show?
I personally, I do relate a lot with Hinata. I love his drive to improve himself. I feel like I see a lot of him in my early self. He was one of my earlier leads that I got to play. I think he was probably my third, but I was about 2 years into doing anime at that point. And so I felt like I really latched on and identified with the kinds of characters that were like, oh, I'm good, but I want to get even better. I want to keep improving and all that stuff, because I feel like that was my mentality growing up and wanting to become an actor in general. But in a lot of ways, my favorite character is actually Kenma as well. And I feel like I relate to him a lot in that I'm very non-athletic. My brothers would play baseball and tennis, and I would be in the stands playing Game Boy.
I love that. I love the irony of that.
I love that.
yeah, I relate to Kenma a lot because I'm non-competitive. I hate sweating and getting tired. I'm sitting here and it's very hot. Obviously, we're in Texas, and just having an interview here, I'm like, I'm sweating too much. This is too much.
It's a whole workout in itself, like.
So I have that. I'm obsessed with video games. I'm not competitive on that either, though. It's something where it's just like I play a lot of fighting games, but I'm also just like I'm just enjoying the game. I'm exploring the system,
Like Kenma's one of my favorite characters. I feel like you embody him so well. And to go off the fact that you said that you really feel like you resonate with the characters or in certain ways, like this is my Kenma right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Following on from what Jay said, I think they've got the perfect voice actor for Kenma.
Facts.
We're pretty similar in the sense that we do like fighting games, so maybe one time in you need to have.
Oh yeah,
of
okay.
matches.
What's your best game?
I think it has to be Dragon Ball Fighters. That's
okay. Oh, I'm terrible at that one.
That's too convenient.
Yeah. You guys have said that you're not really the most sporty, but if you were a volleyball player, what position would you pick and why?
I would probably want to either be a libero or a setter, just because I like. I do kind of like the more analytical side of playing. I think when I was a kid, I loved playing dodgeball. I loved and I feel like the libero feels very dodgeball-y, where they gotta keep jumping from sections to sections to try and receive the ball as they come. So I think libero would probably be my first choice, and then maybe setter being my second one.
Libero has to run too much.
I feel like if I'm gonna go all in on being athletic and being in the sport, then I might as well go
the most
whole way.
taxing one. I hear it. Yeah.
You're like the backbone of the team. You're like the most dependable one. That's what you are.
I don't know. It's so fun to spike. It's really, really fun. And the cool thing about volleyball is I'm not a very aggressive person, but you can be aggressive with the ball towards the other team without having to force your way in. I really, really like that versus basketball, which I played a lot of in high school. But I do have a problem. You don't have to invade anyone's personal space. And in volleyball, you can just smack the ball at them and go, "How's that?"
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's
that's
a
good.
net barrier between you.
Yeah, right. You can just make faces at them.
I really do like about the anime, the interactions, Karasuno has with other teams after they've scored maybe a sick quick attack or a dump. It's just, I do love that.
But obviously, just keeping in line with talking about characters in the show, I feel like Haikyuu does an amazing job at building chemistry within the teams, whether it's Karasuno or some of the enemy teams. If you guys could choose to have one team member move from another team into others, who would you swap out just to mix up the chemistry and the dynamics?
I think it'd be interesting to swap out Kageyama and Kenma as the setters, and then have it be Kageyama and Kuro on the other team or something like that.
Oh,
And they'd be
That would be a
they would
very powerful
switch.
team. That would be a scary team. That would be an impenetrable fortress. Honestly, for real.
Broken build.
Honestly, on that team, I feel like Hinata will probably push Kenma. Will probably push him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of ways Hinata pushes Kenma in ways that are like a bit too much sometimes too, with those like good morning texts and
Well, that's something so tiny. You're like, oh, he really pushes them with good morning texts.
Literally. That's the foundation of a beautiful friendship. That's how I see that.
It's tough because if you take anyone and put them on Nekoma, there's always that chance that they're not going to go well with Kenma. You know, you can't take Kuro away from him. And putting Kenma and Hinata on the same team is too OP. But I think if I wanted, a character like that, it would be fun to have Hoshiumi, who he hasn't shown up a whole lot in the anime yet, but he's kind of like the same sort of skill set as Hinata. So I'd like to see him on Nekoma, I think.
That would be a very, very interesting matchup. With Nekoma and Karasuno, the teams both have like animals that represent them. Obviously, we've got the crow and the cats. What animal best represents both of you and why?
Certain days I'm very golden retriever, and then other days I'm very cat. I just want to laze around and like just chill and vibe throughout the day. It's probably a sign of some neurodivergency, but like I just have really golden retriever days, and then like followed immediately by super like leave me alone, I'm a cat days.
No, I can resonate with that a lot.
See, I only see you in sort of social settings, so you've got total golden retriever vibes to me. If I was gonna draw you as an animal, I am offish and nocturnal, so I guess I'm a possum.
That's
I love it.
I'm actually a raccoon. They got the little hands.
And they like to explore.
Possum's great. It's so unexpected. I don't think
because we don't see a lot of possums. You don't see a lot of possums in the UK. That's why.
That's true.
I see.
There's the American possums. There's the Australian possums. Where's the UK possums?
We don't get them in here.
I mean, we don't need them, Jay. Please, we do not need them.
We don't
have enough.
Let's mix it up.
We have enough foxes and badgers screaming and waking me up in the middle of the night.
Foxes out there?
There's so many foxes.
So you both have worked on previous projects together. How does it feel now coming onto that HAIKYU movie, onto the dumpster battle? You guys enjoy working together? Not to say that you wouldn't enjoy it, but how's the process?
I hate working with him. It's terrible every time. Why do they keep putting me in these shows with him? It's just I'm losing it. I'm like, if I'm in one more show, I mean, we don't actually have to see each other most of the time.
Okay.
So even if I didn't like working with him, we don't actually record together. So it's
okay. It'd be good.
I love all the roles that we've been able to do together. I was a fan of some of Clint's performances before I even was a professional, and so like being able to play off of Clint on a few handful of shows here and there, and especially as one as big as HAIKYU, like it's been honestly super awesome for me.
But I think the show that we worked off of each other the most was Shikizakura.
Yeah, that one was so much fun.
I think that was the most where I really felt like I was working with you in a sense, even though we weren't recording together, I was playing off of you a whole lot, and you feel really involved with an actor when you get a whole lot of back and forth dialogue.
Thank you for the opportunity, guys, and I hope you really enjoy the movie, because I heard Bryson saying he hasn't watched it. I hope you really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it 3 times this week.
Yes, as you should.
As you should.